Good morning. In this video, I'm going to discuss the Carnot cycle and the Carnot efficiency and the calculation or problems wherein the Carnot efficiency is used. So you can find this problems and this topic on chapter 5 of Bandes. Let me share the PowerPoint. Okay. So chapter 5 is about the second law of thermodynamics. So in physical chemistry, we try to discuss the entropy, and the equation for the definition of entropy. So basically, the second law of thermodynamics states that the entropy of the universe is increasing. So in this particular video, I'm going to discuss the Carnot cycle, and then the Carnot cycle picks the maximum efficiency of a power plant. So let's go to the second slide. Okay. So the second law has no exact mathematical proof. We have the second law because of the observation and experiment. So because of lots of observation, scientists have concluded that no machine can convert all available heat to work. Okay. On the other hand, all efforts to devise a process for the continuous conversion of heat completely into work or into mechanical or electrical energy have failed. Regardless of improvements to the devices employed, conversion efficiencies do not exist about 40%. Yan yung maximum sa ngayon. Evidently, heat is a form of energy intrinsically less useful and hence less valuable than an equal quantity of work or mechanical or electrical energy. So basically, that's the second law. No machine can convert all available heat to work. Second observation, work conversion to other form of energy can approach 100%. Kasi basically parang yung work o kaya yung electrical energy are higher forms of energy compared to heat. So when you're going to convert work to other forms of energy, since mataas yung quality niya, the conversion can approach 100%. So work is readily transformed into other forms of energy, for example, into potential energy by elevation of a weight, into kinetic energy by acceleration of a mass, into electrical energy by operation of a generator. So basically, halimbawa, meron kayong kuryente, available yung electrical energy, you can convert this to work, at higher efficiency. Halimbawa, you want to raise a weight. So yung efficiency nun, pag kuryente yung ginamit nyo, almost 100%, mataas, halimbawa, meron kayong electrical energy, tapos gagamitin nyo to cook, yung conversion ng electrical energy to heat, mataas din kasi mas mababa yung quality ng ng energy ng heat. So these processes can be made to approach a conversion efficiency of 100% by elimination of friction. Basta wala lang friction. So indeed, work is readily transferred completely into heat, as demonstrated by Joule's experiment. Okay. Heat flow between two bodies always occur from hot body to cold body. So na-observe nyo naman yan. Pag meron kayong pinagtabi, yung isa mainit, yung isa malamig, usually nangyayari, nag-a-average out yung temperature. Yung cold body, iinit siya. Pero yung hot body, lalamig. That's the spontaneous process. That's another expression of the second law. So this is the Kelvin-Planck's statement of the second law of thermodynamics. You need to memorize this. So Kelvin-Planck stated that no apparatus can operate in such a way that its only effect in system and surrounding is to convert heat absorbed by system completely into work done by the system. So, kamukha din to nung una nating stated na ano, ng second law of thermodynamics. No apparatus or no equipment can convert all of the work, no, 100% into all of the heat, no, into work. Walang ganun, ano? Kasi nga mas mababa yung quality ng energy ang heat. Kaya hindi siya mako-convert 100% into work. So this is the Kelvin-Planck's statement of the second law. Yun namang pangalawa, this is the Clausius statement. So yung Clausius statement naman, it's about the temperature. Ano? No process is possible which consists solely in the transfer of heat from one temperature level to a higher one. So Clausius statement. Ano? You need to memorize the two, yung Kelvin-Planck at saka yung Clausius. Yung Kelvin-Planck, yung heat, hindi mo siya pwedeng i-convert 100% into work. Yung Clausius statement naman, hindi ka pwedeng mag-transfer ng heat from low temperature to high temperature body. Okay, so basta may temperature, Clausius statement yun. You need to remember the two statement, ano? Pati yung name nila. Okay, so this is a typical heat engine. Ito yung pinakasimpleng power plant configuration. You need 4 equipments, no? So probably we can start with the heater or the boiler. This is the heater or the boiler, E100. So basically ang nangyayari dito, you're going to produce steam, high pressure steam, no? HP steam. Yung high pressure steam papasok siya sa turbine. K100 is a turbine. So yung turbine, pag pumasok sa kanya yung steam, iikot to, tapos nakakabit siya sa generator, electric generator. Tapos magpuproduce siya ng kuryente, ano? Paglabas dito, you will have a low pressure steam, LP steam, ano? Tapos papasok ito sa condenser. So basically ang mangyayari sa condenser, gagawin niyang liquid water yung low pressure steam. Tapos finally, papasok siya sa pressure. Kasi mataas yung pressure dito sa boiler, kaya kailangan ng pump. P100 is a pump. So, tataasan ng pump yung pressure ng liquid water para makapasok siya dito sa boiler. Tapos yun, ikot na naman ulit. Ano? Puproduce ulit yung boiler ng high pressure steam. Pasok ulit sa turbine. Tapos condenser. Tapos pump ulit. No? Okay, so let's try to define thermal efficiency. So thermal efficiency is defined as the work produced right here. This is the definition of thermal efficiency. Ano? This is the definition of thermal efficiency. You need to remember this. In order for you to remember this, dapat naiintindihan nyo. Ano? Basically, yung thermal efficiency is yung amount ng work na napoproduce divided by yung total amount ng heat na pinasok nyo sa system. Di ba? So pag magpapasok kayo ng heat, sabi ng second law, hindi lahat yun makukonvert sa work. So yung ratio nung na-produce na work sa total amount ng heat, ang tawag doon ay thermal efficiency. Ang symbol niya parang N. Ano? Okay? So, another equation. Ano? Usually, ang drawing nito, merong kayong pumapasok na QH. Bawa ito yung QH. This is the total amount of heat. Tapos ito yung machine nyo. This is your power plant. No? Tapos magpuproduce siya ng work. Okay? So, hindi lahat nung pinasok nyong heat magiging work. Some part of it is discarded sa environment. Ano? Sa reservoir, sa heat reservoir, ano, sa cold heat reservoir. So, ang tawag doon QC. So, yung difference ng QH minus QC, as you can see, pag nag-heat balance kayo dito, could be equal to work. So, work is also equal to QH minus QC. So, that's why yung efficiency, you can also express this as, pag sinabstitute nyo doon, pag sinabstitute nyo doon sa W, you will have QH minus QC divided by QH. Or, this is equals to 1 minus QC over QH. So probably sa physics nyo, natatandaan nyo pa kung na-discuss nyo ito sa physics. Meron tayong equation na, kasi di ba yung QH equal yan sa TH, high temperature. Ano? Yung QC naman, pwede natin siyang i-relate sa TC. Yung Carnot equation ng efficiency in terms of temperature is TH minus TC divided by TH. Kaya naman, probably ito yung natatandaan nyo, yung 1 minus Tc divided by Th. Okay, nare-recall nyo pa ba itong equation na ito sa physics? Sana nare-recall nyo pa. Ano? Anyway, ang mahalaga lang naman dito sa slide na to is yung ma-realize nyo na yung efficiency ay equal sa yung amount ng work na na-produce divided by yung total amount of heat na pinasok nyo. Of course, yung efficiency dapat less than 100 yan. No? Usually less than 100 yan. Kung pagbabasehan nyo pa nga yung statement kanina, ang maximum niya in the real world is just 40%. Ganun siya kababa pa lang hanggang ngayon. Ano? Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Okay. So let's talk about the Carnot cycle. So ang Carnot cycle, this is parang kinonceptualize siya para ma-imagine yung pinaka-efficient na na power cycle, no? So as you can see, meron siyang 4 na steps, no? Yung dalawang steps ay isothermal. Yung dalawang step ay isothermal, tapos yung dalawang step ay adiabatic. So kung babalikan natin yung 4 nating equipments, yung boiler, isothermal. So paano ba mangyayaring isothermal ang boiler? Bale, pwedeng ang nangyayari doon, latent heat lang, ano? Halimbawa, pagpasok nung water sa boiler, na siya, boiling point na. So, ang mangyayari, mag-i-evaporate lang. So, di ba pag latent heat, yung sinusupply nyo, hindi nagbabago yung temperature. Isothermal means constant yung temperature. Ano? Tapos, pagpasok niya sa turbine, adiabatic. So, pag sinabing adiabatic yung turbine, ibig sabihin, 100% efficient siya. Ano? Walang heat na naloloss. Adiabatic. Okay? Tapos, pagpasok niya sa condenser, isothermal na naman. Di ba? Naliliquify naman dito yung low pressure steam. Ano? So pagpasok naman dito, saturated vapor siya. Tapos nagiging saturated liquid. Ganun yung isothermal na condenser. And then, pagpasok sa pump, you will have an adiabatic pump. So wala rin napuproduce na heat. Okay? In the real world, this is quite, hindi siya nag-i-exist. Hindi mag-i-exist yung ganitong power plant. So ito yung tinatawag nating 100% efficient. Yan yung Carnot cycle. Actually, pwedeng i-base dito, pero as you will see later, makakalculate din natin, meron ding efficiency yung Carnot cycle. Yun yung maximum efficiency na possible. No? Pwede rin natin assume na ito yung 100%, pwede rin i-calculate natin based on dun sa equation natin na TH minus TC all over TH. Okay? So basta ang kailangan yung tandaan dito, dalawang isothermal, dalawang adiabatic. No? Tapos we have 2 temperatures. Yung temperature sa boiler, syempre, yung T1 at saka yung T2 is equals to T high. Yung temperature sa condenser, T3 at saka T4, that's the low temperature or the T cold, TC or TL. Okay, so ito na yung Carnot theorem. So Carnot theorem, for 2 given heat reservoir, no engine can have a thermal efficiency higher than that of a Carnot engine. Okay, so ito na yung pinaka-efficient na power cycle, the Carnot cycle. So let me try to show that QH over QC is equal to TH over TC. Basically, lang naman yan, yung QH, ito yung heat na napuproduce dun sa boiler, no? Tapos, di ba, we assume na yung boiler ay isothermal. When you have an isothermal system, ang delta U ay equal to 0, kung natatandaan nyo pa. So pag ang delta U is equals to 0, ang consequence nun, yung work at saka yung heat ay numerically equal. So you can calculate QH as tandaan niyo pa ba to? RTH ln BC over BB. Tandaan niyo pa ba itong equation na to? Tapos ganun din sa sa QC. Yung QC naman ay RTC ln this is BC BD over BA. Okay? So pag dinivide natin yung QH over QC as you can see here, you only need to show that BC over BB is equal to BD over BA. So pag binalikan natin yung Carnot cycle natin, ito. So as you can see, basta lang naman equal yung compression, no? Ito equal lang itong compression ratio at itong compression ratio sa boiler at saka yung compression ratio sa condenser, no? Equal lamang yung dalawang ratio. So magka-cancel out yun. Basically, ang mangyayari dito, magka-cancel out. Magka-cancel out itong dalawa na to. So pag nag-cancel out yan, we'll have this very important equation. QH over QC, absolute value, absolute value. Kasi may mga signs siya, is equals to TH over TC. Yung temperature naman kasi palaging positive yan, no? Kasi palaging Kelvin o kaya Rankine, so hindi na kailangan ng absolute value. Ito kasi pwedeng lumalabas or pumapasok sa system. Ito usually lumalabas, ito pumapasok. Ano kaya nilalagyan natin ng absolute value? Para yung ratio ng TH over TC palaging positive. Okay? Ganun lang yan. So this particular derivation na to, ito yung particular reason kung bakit pag nagka-calculate tayo ng Carnot efficiency, pwede natin gamitin yung equation na TH minus TC divided by TH. Okay? Kasi this one galing ito dun sa di ba ang efficiency, ang definition ng efficiency ay W over QH. Tapos yung W, QH minus QC divided by QH. So, pag when you substitute TH right here, it will become TH minus TC divided by TH. Kaya ito yung equation for Carnot efficiency. Okay? So this is our equation for the Carnot equation. Parehas lang naman to. Yung 1 minus TC over TH. Kung mas preferred nyo to, ako mas preferred yung TH minus TC divided by TH. Kung mas preferred nyo to, it's really up to you. Kung ano yung mas matatandaan nyo, okay lang naman. Okay, so let's try to solve some problem. Let's start with example 5.1. A central power plant rated at 800,000 kilowatts. Yung rating ng power plant, yun yung double niya, yun yung work niya, is rated at 800,000 kilowatt. It generates steam at 585 Kelvin. Ito yung T high niya, yung 585, and discards heat to a river at 295 Kelvin. Ito yung T cold niya, TC, yung 295. If the thermal efficiency of the plant is 70% of the maximum possible value. Yung maximum possible value, yung N Carnot, yung efficiency ng Carnot engine. So gagamitin niyo yung 585 minus 295 divided by 585. Yun yung maximum efficiency. Tapos i-multiply niyo nitong 70% na to, 0.7. How much heat is discarded to the river at rated power? So basically, ang tinatanong dito ay QC. So kung na-imagine nyo, ang una nyo makakalculate dito ay QH. Tapos gamitin nyo lang yung equation na W is equals to QH minus QC para makalculate yung QC. Okay? So, sige. Parang gawin muna natin step by step. Pero later, mas na tayo. Medyo shortcutin na natin yung mga calculation. So, calculate muna natin yung Carnot efficiency. This is parang step 1. So, di ba T high minus T cold divided by T high. So, ang Carnot efficiency natin, if you're going to substitute, the temperature is 585. minus 295 divided by 585. So ang Carnot efficiency natin ay, try to get your calculator para hindi kayo mainit. .4957, ano? Tapos, 70% dito yung magiging efficiency niya. Yung efficiency daw, yung actual efficiency is 70% ang maximum. So, N Carnot times 0.7. So, ito yung N Carnot, yung 0.4957. So, I got something like 203 divided by 585. Ano? Lumabas sa calculator. Para mas eksakto. Okay? Tapos sabi ko nga itong 800,000 double ito. Ano? Ito na yung parang pinaka-step 2, di ba? Yung step 3 naman, makakalculate natin dito yung QH. Kasi di ba ang definition natin ng efficiency ay work over QH. So efficiency natin is 203 divided by 585. Tapos, ang W natin ay 800,000 kilowatts. So divide natin ng QH. You can calculate QH. Ano? So QH is so take note, yung lalabas ditong value, yung 2,305,000, hindi pa yung QC. QC kasi hinahanap dito. Yung river kasi yan, ano yan, cold reservoir yan, ano? So ito, QH pa to. 2,305,418, ano? 419 kilowatts. So QH pa yan. You still need to use this equation. Bali, ito na yung final equation natin. Ang final equation natin is yung W is equals to QH minus QC. So this is the fourth step, no? So W, ang W natin ay 800,000 kilowatts. Tapos ang QH natin yung 2,305,419 kilowatts minus QC. So therefore, ang QC natin ay, isagot, is minus 800,000. We have something like 1,505,000, ano? 419 kilowatts. So I hope you follow the solution for this example, no? Example problem, example 5.1. So later pag magso-solve tayo, pwede na nating shortcut yan, ano? Yung step 1 and 2, pwede na natin i-combine. Pagkakuha natin ng M Carnot, i-multiply na natin agad yung given na thermal efficiency, no? Yung planta. Tapos pwede na natin agad equate sa W over QH, tapos shift solve na natin yung QH. Pag nakuha na natin yung QH, kung QC yung tinatanong, pwede na natin i-minus agad yung W. So kumbaga isang pinutan lang sa calculator. Makukuha na yan. Ano? Ngayon lang, medyo mahaba kasi inisa-isa ko sa inyo yung step para masundan nyo. No? Okay, so let's try to solve another problem. Ang sagot natin ay 1,505,419. Nandito naman yun sa ano, no? Dito naman yun sa PowerPoint. So yun, ano? Medyo equal naman. 1,505,500 kilowatts. Yung sagot ni Ibanez. Okay? So let's try to solve another problem. This is problem 5.2. Chapter 5, ano? Bannes. A Carnot engine receives 250 kilojoules per second of heat from a heat source reservoir at 525 degrees Celsius and rejects heat to a heat sink reservoir at 50 degrees Celsius. What are the power developed and the heat rejected? So, kailangan yung i-decipher kung ano yung given. So, sabi dito, a Carnot engine receives 250 kilojoules per second of heat from a heat source. So, ito, hindi siya W. Itong 250 kilojoules per second, this one, this is QH, no? Tapos ang tinatanong ay power. So W muna yung hahanapin nyo. So pag ganyan, wala kayong given na thermal efficiency. So you're going, syempre, nakalagay naman Carnot engine yan. Kung ano yung makakompute yung efficiency using the Carnot equation, yung N Carnot, yun yung gagamitin nyo to calculate power in W. Ano? And the heat rejected. Yung heat rejected is also known as QC. So actually parang ganun din, ano? Medyo binalibaliktad nga lang yung given. So, pag-isahin ko na lamang yung dalawang equation. Ano? So, step 1, gagamitin natin itong equation na to. TH minus TC divided by TH is equals to W over TH. So, as you can see, diretso, makakalculate na natin yung W agad. Ano? So, substitute natin yung given. TH is pag gumagamit kayo ng efficiency, yung TH minus TC, pwede nyo hindi i-convert sa Kelvin. Pero yung TH sa baba, dapat Kelvin siya. Kasi yung derivation nito, gumamit ito ng ideal gas equation. Kaya yung TH na to dapat Kelvin. No? Ito naman kasi pag may minus, nagka-cancel out lang yung conversion. Kaya kahit di nyo na i-convert. So, 525 degrees Celsius minus 50 degrees Celsius over 525. You need to convert this to Kelvin. That's 273.15. Tapos ang hinahanap natin is W. Meron tayong 250. What is kilojoules per second? That's kilowatts. Ano? The same as kilowatts. So W, ito yung power developed is 148.78. No? Usually mas mababa yun. Usually mas mababa syempre yung W kaysa sa QH. Okay, so this is also in kilowatts. Tapos finally, in order to find QC, just use this equation. W is equals to QH minus QC. So W is 148.78 kilowatts. Tapos QH is 250 kilowatts. So QC is, so what's the difference? This is simply the difference between 250 and 148.78. Ano? So 101.22. So ito yung unang answer sa power. Tapos ito yung pangalawang answer sa heat rejected. So we can check the answers. 148.78 at saka 101.22. 148.78, ito yung work. Tapos 101.22, ito yung case. Ano? I hope you got this solutions manual. Ano? Let's take a look at our second problem. Okay. The following heat engines produce power of 95 kilowatts. Determine in its case the rate at which heat is absorbed from the hot reservoir and discarded to the cold reservoir. So you need to, meron kayong given na W, tapos letter A, you have a Carnot engine which operates between heat reservoir 750 Kelvin and 300 Kelvin. So you need to calculate QH and QC. Tapos for letter B, you have a practical engine which operates between the same heat reservoir but with the thermal efficiency of only 0.35. So basically, paras din lamang ito ng mga sunod natin. Ano? So for letter A, first let's calculate QH. So di ba TH minus TC divided by TH. Tapos this is equal to W over QH. So just substitute the given, 750 Kelvin. Laging Kelvin dapat, minus 300 Kelvin. Sa baba, 750 Kelvin. Tapos W is 95,000 kilowatts. Tapos QH. So you should be able to calculate QH as 158,333. Okay, and then QC. QC is simply, you're just going to use this equation that W is equals to QH minus QC. So since W is 95,000 kilowatts, tapos QH is 158,333 minus QC. So QC is simply 158,333 minus 95,000. It's 63,323. 63,323. Ito yung QC. Ito yung total amount of heat absorbed. Ito yung discarded to the cold reservoir. Okay? I hope you're getting this. Medyo ilang beses time pa ulit-ulit dito. Now let's try to solve letter B. Let me clear this. Probably we can check 158,333 at saka 63.333. So sa letter A, ito yun. 158,000 kilowatts. Tapos ito yung 63,000 kilowatts. So punta tayo sa letter B. Let me clear this first. So yung letter B, a practical engine operates between the same heat reservoir but with the thermal efficiency of 35%. So letter B, 35% lang yung efficiency niya. Ito yun. Substitute na natin doon. Tapos W over H. So ito, given na siya. Tapos W natin is 95,000 pa rin. Tapos QH, so you're supposed to get something like 271, 271,429 kilowatts. Tapos yung QC, same equation, W is equals to QH minus QC. W is 95,000 kilowatts. Tapos QH is 271,429 kilowatts minus QC. So QC is 176,429. Ito yung QH na. Okay. So, let's check sa solutions manual. 271,000 at saka 176,000. Ito yun. 271,000. No? Tapos, 176,000. Okay. I think this is the last problem before we need to solve it, and then you need to solve the exercise after this problem. Ano? So we have a particular power plant. It operates with a heat source reservoir of 350 degrees Celsius and a heat sink reservoir of at 30 degrees Celsius. It has a thermal efficiency equal to 55% of the Carnot engine of the same. So, bali the efficiency is 55% of a Carnot engine. So, i-multiply nyo lang doon sa makakalculate nyo from the Carnot equation. Ano? What is the thermal efficiency of the plant? That's for letter A. So, kamukha ng ginawa natin kanina. No? TH minus TC all over TH times 0.55. Yun yung Carnot efficiency. So, letter B. To what temperature must the heat source reservoir be raised to increase the thermal efficiency of the plant to 35%? So, paano ba yan? So, ito kasi makakalculate tayo sa letter A. Tapos, yung sa letter B, kailangan yung makakalculate sa letter A, 35. So, basically, tataasan natin yung pH niya. Yung 350 degrees Celsius, hindi natin gagamitin. Maghahanap tayo ng bagong temperature. Ganun lang naman yun. Ano? And then, the efficiency is still 55% of the Carnot engine efficiency. So, let's try to solve this. So, for letter A, ano bang formula dito? Ang formula natin dito, yung efficiency ay equal sa Carnot efficiency. Ganun lang naman yan. Tapos times 55. 0.55. Okay. So ito yung tinatanong na efficiency. Ang Carnot efficiency, ang formula niyan ay TH minus TC all over TH. No? Times 0.55. Substitute natin yung mga values. Dito sa TH minus TC, okay lang na degree Celsius dyan. Ano? 350. Kasi magka-cancel out naman yun. 30. Pero yung sa ilalim dapat Kelvin. Ano? 350 plus 273.15 times 0.55. Tapos, yun, we will be able to calculate the efficiency. So the efficiency is 0.2824. So this is the efficiency of the engine. Okay? Ganun lang. Yung letter B, hanapin natin yung bagong TH. No? So let me clear this. Pwede natin check yun. 0.282 for letter A. Yan, 0.282. So tama naman yung 0.282. Balikan natin. Let's erase this solution. Dun sa letter B, to what temperature must the heat source reservoir be raised to increase the thermal efficiency plant to 35%? So, the same equation na. Ito pa rin yung T high minus TC divided by T high. Tapos, i-multiply pa rin natin ito ng 0.55. Pero in this particular solution, halimbawa ito, gusto natin 0.35 na siya. No? Kanina 0.28 lang, di ba? So, ito yung ating unknown variable, yung TH. Tapos, dapat yung TC, gagawin natin siyang Kelvin. So, 30, yung 30 degrees Celsius, syempre, equal yan sa 303.15. Plus 273, 0.15. So, yung 30 ay 303.15 Kelvin. So, ilan yung nilalagay natin dito? So we did this para yung TH dito Kelvin din. Tapos yung TH dito sa baba Kelvin din. Kasi pag ito degree Celsius, ito Kelvin, mali yung makukuha niyo sagot. Ano, dapat pareho sila ng unit. Kaya itong TC, ginawa din natin Kelvin. I hope you get that. So multiply nyo lang ng 0.55. Tapos try to shift solve TH. You should be able to get something like 833.66. Ano? Okay. So you can check this temperature, solutions manual, 833.66. Tapos, you need to solve this problem. Lalagyan ko ng bin sa BBL. No? So, a nuclear power plant generates 750 megawatts. The reactor temperature is 315 degrees Celsius and a river with a water temperature of 20 degrees Celsius is available. So, ang una is, what is the maximum possible thermal efficiency of the plant? Kayang-kaya nyo na yan. Ano, kaya lang naman, ano? And what is the minimum rate at which heat must be discarded to the river? So, QC lang naman yan. If the actual thermal efficiency of the plant is 60% of the maximum, at what rate must heat be discarded to the river? So, halimbawa 60% lang yung efficiency, yung maximum. Ano na ngayon ang QC? What is the temperature rise of the river if it has a flow rate of 165 cubic meter per second? So, ito, yung second question dito sa letter B, gagamitin niya na ito ng ano, m dot Cp delta T. No, para ma-solve niya. Tandaan niyo pa ba yan? M dot Cp delta T. Okay, and then remember, ang 1 cubic meter ay equal sa 1,000 liter. Tapos, ang density ng water ay 1 kilogram per liter. Ano? So, pakisagutan na lang ito saan? Sa BBL. So, with this, we will end this video, no, with this exercise. Okay, so see you on the next video. Abay na muna in the meantime.